You want to go into broiler production and you're still confused, weighing your options as to which is more profitable between broiler production and layer production. No! Don't get yourself worked up on that. In this video, I'm going to break it down for you and let you know which is more profitable between broilers and layers. Do not go anywhere. The first difference between broiler production and layer production is that in broiler production you're typically going to produce chicken, you're typically going to produce meat, and your meats are well moistured, they are big, they are fleshy, unlike in layer production where your primary produce is egg. Layers are usually best that lay eggs. They lay eggs more than they produce meat, while broiler chickens produce meat more than they produce eggs. So if you want to be selling eggs, if you want to be producing eggs, layer production is for you. If you want to be producing very hefty chickens, fat chickens, well, meaty and fleshy, meaty and fleshy, bouncing baby chickens, then you have to go into broiler production. Then the next difference between the two is the lifespan. Broilers don't give a lot of headache because between 4 to 6 weeks you're close to disposing them. You are disposing them, yeah, their life cycle is that short. Their cycle of production is that short. You start disposing now from 4 to 6 weeks. Some people leave their broilers till 8 weeks. Some people leave till 3 months, depending depending on what you want. But for commercial broiler production, the best time to start selling is 4 to 6 weeks so that you can make your money and cash out. Then for layer production, layers typically last close to 2 years on the farm. So it's going to be a heavy investment. You're going to invest your time, you're going to invest your patience, you're going to invest your love, because these animals, they need love. Then the third difference between the two is the startup capital. For broiler production, because they're not going to stay too long on the farm, their startup capital is not much, and also on the fact that they are going to be reared on deep litter system. You don't have to set up special equipment on the farm, unlike layers that you might want to set up battery cage system for layers. So the startup capital for broilers is pretty low, while that of layers is capital intensive. You have to get some special equipment, you have to get a lot of vaccines, you have to get a lot of medications because they are going to stay very long on the farm. Then the third one is the skill expertise, the level of expertise you should have before veering into either layer production or broiler production. For broiler production, you typically need um not much skills to produce broilers, but for layers you're going to acquire a whole lot of skills to be able to do well in egg production, like because there are a lot of routine management stuffs you're going to do on your layer beds, like the beaking, like some kind of vaccinations, advanced kind of vaccinations that requires injecting into the beds, which you might not do in broiler production. Then the next one is don't be overwhelmed yet. Then the next one is feeding. Feeding, broilers can chop. Broilers can eat. They eat a whole lot. They are eating are not rationed. Their feeding is not rationed at all, and their feed has their feed are more nutrient dense than that of layers, in the sense that they have higher energy level than that of layer feed, so they consume a lot, and their feed are quite more expensive. Like a bag of broiler feed is more expensive than a bag of layer feed. And then in quantity, broilers consume more than layers. So if you're feeding broilers, your money has to be down, before you start stocking birds, so that go choke you. Your production no go hook at one point, unlike layers that are their feeding is more rationed. At least that one is more flexible. Their feeding is more flexible than that of broilers. Then turnover. Oh my god. This farming thing is not easy. Oh. It takes heart. Farming animals take heart. Aside money, you have to have the heart and love for animals. Okay, so let me continue with the topic for this video. Next difference is turnover and cash flow. Broilers give more turnover than layers. So if you're looking for quick cash, it's better you go into broiler production, because in 4 to 6 weeks you've started selling your best and then cashing out. But for layers, you have to endure. You have to endure, feed, invest for like 5 months or thereabout before you start seeing any little return on your investment. So you have to go at it steadily, consistently. Invest your patience, invest your love, invest your money in your poultry production before you start seeing any little results. So that is layers for you. But for broilers, 4 to 6 weeks you started cashing out. Okay, then for marketing, I'm just talking based on Nigerian situation. I'm using Nigeria as a case study because I'm in Nigeria and I am in Nigeria. And as a veterinarian that have farmed chickens for several years, please take this from me. For layer farming, you do not require intense marketing to sell your eggs, because Nigeria is a country filled with low income people, low income earners. So most people can afford eggs than they can afford broilers. One egg in Nigeria, I'm staying in Abuja, as at now is between 80 to 100 naira, which almost everybody can afford. The poorest of the poor can afford that. But a live chicken, a live broiler now is around 5,000 naira or thereabout as at now, which not everybody can afford it. So most Nigerians tend to eat more eggs than meat. Okay, so if you're a layer farmer, you don't have to look for more for markets like that. People be banging and threatening to bring down your gates to gain access to being a distributor for your farm. People are going to come and beg you for distributorship in your farm. But for broiler farming, let me give you this advice. If you want to start up as a broiler farmer, please do your marketing before you even start stocking birds in your farm. Know your markets. Make sure your market is ready. Your market, let them be hungry. Make sure they are ready for you, because there's something peculiar about broilers. If you wait for that 6 weeks or maybe 4 weeks or maybe 8 weeks that you want to sell your birds, and after they must have matured as at that time, and then you then start looking for buyers at that time, you go enter loss. So you go choke you go hook you, because market for broiler is not as much as market for eggs. You will look for people, you get a lot of disappointments, and because you're feeding your broilers, like I said before, broilers can eat. They can eat. A broiler, like, if they can eat, let me not start analyzing, because as the people are underpricing your market and you're angry and you don't want to sell, they will stay with you and they'll be eating into your profits. If eating into your profit, they will not start, you know you will not start pressing, feeding them at a loss, which you might not want to do. You will not have to sell them at a loss, okay, or you sell them at zero profit, okay. So please start looking for markets even before you start stocking birds in your farm. Do you understand me? Start looking for markets for broilers before you start stocking birds in your farm, because Broiler production is very dicey. The key to broiler production, the key to profitability in broiler production lies in marketing and price. Next point is the profitability. Most people always, want to go into farming. They're always worried which one is more profitable. Profitability of either broiler or layer farming depends on a whole lot of factors, you know, like management practices on your farm, like your negotiation power, your pricing, and a whole lot of things. But I'm going to say this, you know, as Nigeria is a low income country, you know, I feel eggs sell a whole lot faster than you know eggs sell a whole lot faster than chicken. But at the same time, egg prices are usually fixed. They have a fixed range in Nigeria. Like as I said as I said earlier on, egg prices are somewhere between 80 to 100 naira. As at now, egg prices are usually fixed. You can't do anything about the price. You can't be more ambitious. you you can't be you can't be ambitious with fixing prices of egg. You can't say let me sell egg for 100 and for 150, or let me sell my own egg for 200, or let me sell my egg for 300. E go shock you, nobody will buy your egg. Okay, but for broiler farming, like I said, chickens don't have as much market in Nigeria as eggs. So the only thing about broiler chicken is that I'm not supposed to be saying this, but let me say it. Let it just be that somebody said it. You can actually double or triple your cost price in broiler production. Like if it costs you 3,000 naira to raise your broilers to maturity, you can actually sell that same broiler at 6,000 or at 8,000 or at 9,000, depending on your negotiation power. Okay, because this is only for people that sell their broilers live. If you're selling per kg, you can't really be ambitious with the pricing of your broiler like that. But if you're selling live, because most Nigerians prefer live broilers to frozen, all these ones they sell per kg in frozen stores. People want to know what they're eating, they want to see what they're eating. They trust the broilers that they saw when they slaughtered than the ones that has been in the freezer for ages. Most people don't trust that one. So Nigerians pay premium for live broilers. Especially um you see a typical example of this during Easter periods or Christmas period. You see people selling birds, even broiler self can be sold 15K self. Okay, this one I'm saying 6,000 and 9,000 is just on a normal day. But during festive period like Easter, like Christmas, people sell way more than this. Okay, for broilers you can actually double or triple your cost price if you're very good with marketing and you live in your high bro area, or your target market is maybe people that are well to do, people that are rich. But if you're staying in a low income area, your best bet is to do egg production, because the broiler production, if you are staying in low income, people don't eat a lot of chickens like that. They might eat beef, they might prefer beef because somehow beef is cheaper. Depends on where you live though, but mostly beef is cheaper in Nigeria than chicken. So they might prefer to get beef. And so that's that. So it depends on a whole lot of factors. So you see, if you're very good at marketing and you have a very good negotiation power, if you're doing broiler production, you're it's going to be more profitable to you than layer production. But if you're staying in a low income area, and you know you want to cash out fast, you want greater turnover, low income people buy more eggs than chicken. So I think your best bet is to go into layer production. And if you don't have energy for marketing, as in Ike Buroge. You don't have energy for marketing. You're just a carefree kind of person. You don't want to expound so much energy for marketing. Just go for layer production. But you have to be person that is very good in you pay very much attention to details, because layer production you have to pay close attention to details for you to maintain peak production in your layer beds. Because once you bet to drop production under 50, once your bed start performing under 50% or more, you're operating at a loss. Just cancel operation. Okay, and we've come to the end of this video. If you have any questions, please drop your questions in the comment section. If you have any contribution, I'm willing to read your contribution. I'm willing and open to learn. Okay, and if you want to connect with me on my social media handles or on my WhatsApp, my number is in the description box down below. Please reach out to me. I'll be glad to network with you, to read you. I'll be glad to chat with you. Okay, so if this video has been helpful to you in any way, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, so that when next I make a video like this, you'll be the first to be notified. You'll be the first to know. Okay, till we meet next time. Bye.